How can you connect the pipe or tubing to the production system? You need what? Some plastic fittings or connectors, right? Right? And then you need the tubing from both inlet and outlet side. Right? That's sort of like hydroponic system. Okay, good. All right, keep that in mind. All right. Anything else you want to say? Bubbler, electricity, that type of stuff. All good stuff. Okay. Then, is that enough to grow plants? What else do we need? You need plants. What else? So now let's talk about inputs, right? Inputs, the things that we give plants. What do we need to give plants? Number one. So slowly, one at a time. Let's start with your group. What do you want to give plants to grow them? Seed, fertilizers, water, electricity. Yeah, those things are already described. So something. What do you need for plants? Yeah, fertilizers, kind of like nutrient solution, right? Lighting needed, right? Lighting, and you have to manage the temperature, right? Something measure, things like that, right? Okay. Um, so with those things, you can build a system. Okay. Um, let me think. Are we missing anything? Now, let's say if you want to build a multi-level system, right? Multiple levels, not just one, multiple level. So you also need some shelves, right? Shelving, right? So all of that. Now, so those are all the things you will need, right? You have to picture this in your mind, right? So keep this in mind, okay? Now let's go to this activity, and I'm going to make this bigger for you. Okay, so what is this? This is a home hydroponics, not a commercial one. What is the difference between a home and a commercial system? Commercial systems are expensive, right? In home, it's for their own consumption or the consumption of a community. A small group of people come together, maybe a school, or maybe an old age home, right? Or maybe an independent home. They come together or they do it independently. They put a small system. They want to grow crops. They can grow leafy greens probably. They can grow strawberries, maybe some tomatoes, small dwarf tomatoes, right? Vegetables a little bit here and there, dwarf vegetables. So that's what they want to do. So what I want you to do is, as groups, don't share your ideas, okay? I don't want you to come up with all commercial systems, okay? NFT is a commercial system. Yeah, you can try and use it, but I want you to come up with some other creative systems, okay? You have to satisfy these 7 conditions. It should be low cost, first of all, because a home grower doesn't have a lot of money. If you give him a 2 lakh 3 lakh rupees unit, they probably are, we may not want to invest in it, right? So come up with a low cost. Think about how can you reduce the cost? What can you use to reduce the cost? Don't think commercial systems, NFT, CFT system, they're all expensive, right? Come up with alternative ways, locally available cheap materials, okay? And I don't want to give more clues than that, all right? It should use less water, because water is always a problem in homes. People may get city water that may come only 1 day or 2 days, right? So you want to make sure that it requires less water. Now what do? You know what to reduce water use, right? It should be simple to use. I don't want it to be too complicated. People don't like it if you make it too complicated, right? They are not trained like you. They're just home growers. And you go and tell them automation, digital sensor, they are like, what is they talking about? No, we don't know anything. So keep it simple. You can use a sensor, but it should be a simple one, right? You should produce more in less space, because they don't have a lot of space in homes. They may have a corner, there may be a kitchen, there's a little bit of space there. And you have to produce a lot for the whole family, for maybe the entire month using that system. So you should produce more in less space. You should also be able to produce year round. The family has to eat every day of the year, right? So they should be able to grow every day of the year. Now, if it can be hot in summer, it can be nice in winter, doesn't matter where they are. It depends on where the location is. You should come up with nutritious food for them. Okay, we are not growing corn or soybeans, right? Nutritious food, healthy, nutritious food. And also, it should withstand that harsh environment inside homes. There will be pets, there will be kids, they'll be playing. Sometimes, dust will be in the house. It's all harsh environmental conditions. And you should also make it safe. If you put a lot of fertilizer and open tank there, small kids will be playing, running. You don't want them to touch fertilizer water, right? It's poisonous. So you are designing for a home, a small community. Morning. Maybe you can form a small group here. We are doing in groups. You can probably, maybe 4 of you can form a group. And these 2 already are in a group, and you can probably join this group. They already heard about what to do, so they can explain. Again, we are just designing a home hydroponic, not a commercial one. It's totally different. अब घर के लिए बना तो it's totally different. Commercial तो different है, right? Commercial is all expensive, high tech, high throughput, fast. But in home, lot of other things become important. Cost, safety, nutritive value. Those are the kind of things I described there. They have less space, they have less water, they have less money. So keep these things in mind and come up with a creative home hydroponic system. Take your time. Once you're all done, I don't want you to share your ideas, because once you share your ideas, if I see 2 teams doing similar thing, I'm not going to, I don't know whose idea it is, I'm going to say it's entire team's idea, I mean 2 teams idea, right? So don't share your ideas, don't ask the other team about ideas. Don't even look at their ideas, okay? Just think amongst yourself.
It has to be a pure hydroponic system, or we can have a soil substrate.
You can do whatever you want. It's up to you. But if you want, but again, like I said, reduce water use. Those characteristics should be met. Produce more in less space. All kinds of things. Okay. So design something. It can be a bottle. It can be whatever it is. I don't want to give you clues. I want you to don't immediately start drawing. First, do brainstorming. Look at each of those criteria and start brainstorming for some time. 10-15 minutes. Start ideas. Discuss with each other amongst the team slowly. If you feel that your ideas are being heard by the other team, you can go far away over there. Spread out, doesn't matter. Okay? But come up with nice creative drawings, and I want you to show the drawings later on when you are done on the screen and explain each of these 7 characters. How do you fulfill them in your system? Okay? Let's see how diverse your ideas are going to be. Okay, you know what hydroponic system requires. We talked about it. Now it's time to put it to use. Put your brain's creative ideas to use and come up with great systems. Okay, maybe we'll find a system that is totally new and we start patenting it. Okay, just kidding. But let's do that. Yeah. Maybe if you want to sit down and talk, all 4 of you, maybe you're too far. Maybe you want to form a small group with facing each other. You can do that too. Whatever works best for you. Okay. This is not a greenhouse. This is not anything like that. It's inside a house. It's inside a house. How are you? Man, we're hearing something from your blood work, this and that. What are you doing, man? Huh?
Sir, I have eaten something outside which is causing liver infection.
Okay. Are you taking some antibiotics then? That's good.
Come here and join the meeting. There are food.
Yeah, you can join them.
Yeah, come here.
So take antibiotics. Sometimes what happens is the antibiotics are if you're taking too many antibiotics.
Sir, sir, this hydroponic system is just for satisfying the needs of the home,
Or maybe a community, that's it. There's no profit involved. No profit involved. Okay? It's for their personal consumption or consumption of the community members. It can be in a hospital, it can be in a home, it can be an old age home, it can be in a school. You can come up with any ideas, okay? Creative ideas. Don't use AI, use your mind. Okay? No AI, no artificial intelligence, no Googling. Okay? Just use your mind, think about it. I think that's what you're doing. I want to give some information. Yes, so home hydroponics systems. One of the things we saw were most limiting was light, because we think there is a lot of light in our homes, but it is not sufficient. We sometimes put near the window and we think we get a lot of light. Even that is not sufficient. In fact, plant starts bending towards windows and they don't look nice. So you have to add artificial light. So that is the biggest investment. That's the biggest investment. So how do you reduce that investment cost, right? It's the biggest investment is LED lighting. You can't put high pressure sodium or right type of light. LED is only possible in homes. because it's kind of cool to touch. But you don't want to buy expensive, big, wide LED. Think of LED, the limitations of the LED. Little, they only occupy, they only illuminate a smaller area. So come up with ways, see if you can come up with ways where the investment on LEDs can be reduced. You can't avoid it. See, you can't avoid it. You have to have light. So see if you can reduce it. Okay. So those are the kind of things. You know, just start thinking about it. Huh?
Also include the terrace farming consultants.
You can do
in which
anything.
We can
Yeah.
put the system in the
Yeah, they have already done that.
terrace.
If you Google out, you'll find hydroponic systems like that. They already have them. You use soilless. You can use them. You again cost. So I think you asked the question, and she's also bringing up use of soilless substrates. What is the advantage of soilless substrate? It produces well good crop. But what is the disadvantage of using soilless substrates in homes? Cost, right? Every time they have to buy. Of course, they may take the old one and apply it outside in their garden, so they'll reuse it somewhere else. But every time they run it year round, they have to keep buying. So it doesn't fall into that keeping the cost down concept, right? So always challenge yourself. I'm going to use this, but what is it? There are 7 criteria there. Is there anything that is failing there, right? Now you can't find a silver bullet for every situation, but at least come as close as possible. Okay? All right. Is a question?
So we have a query.
Okay.
Supposedly, if this is an LED with a good power, LED to live in.
And I understand now. Good. I think I get your picture too. Yeah. Okay.
If you place 1 or 2 mirrors at an angle,
You can do whatever you want. Don't need to tell me that. I get it, what you're trying to do. Yeah. Now, if you want to go that extra mile, I mean, some of you want to do a little bit more than what I asked, right? If you want to do that, if you can come up with the cost of that system that you're preparing, would be wonderful too. Okay? Because that is kind of like, right? We want to keep the cost down, and now you're telling me that I've done all the system and I found some prices here and there. This is what it's most likely going to cost. Okay? Just a little bit more information. There is one more thing I want to mention about nutrients, fertilizer. Okay, you know what nutrients plants need, you know what they cause, deficiencies, everything. But a home grower does not know that, right? But you do want them to use a complete mix, right? not that is deficient in anything. So how do you enable them? Well, make it simple for them. At the same time, they are using the right thing, right? That knowledge, that information. Okay. So I'm also willing to do this. If you all come up with some real good designs, I can work on them and I can publish an extension paper. Okay, on Purdue University's website with all of your names. I can do that. Okay, but let's see how you can come up with this. Yeah, please, please. But if you want somebody, if you want a sort of like an extension publication come out, I want some of you to continue working on that with me, because it needs to be, you have to come up with nicer drawings, right? Nicer calculations, more accurate things like that. But that's just an option. You don't have to do that. Okay. So you have approximately 30 minutes. Okay? 30 more minutes. So we have about half an hour to discuss your results. बारिश हो रहा है बाहर कर अच्छा प्लीज थैंक यू शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत o'clock, 10 बजे हो गया. So it's good time to start drawings. Okay? We did some brainstorming. Now it's time to start drawing them. I want to see good drawings, nice drawings. Okay? Not like a, whatever you want to do. Do a nice drawing. If you want to use rulers, scales, all good. Okay? But do a nice drawing. Okay? And then take a picture and we'll project up here. You got 30 more minutes, 30 minutes to finish the drawings. And then we have another 30 minutes to discuss your designs. On paper, nobody gets the screen. Like last time. Everybody does on paper and we'll showcase.
मैम पेंसिल देखो नहीं पानी से
You can also come up with a name for your system, a fancy name if you want. Something. Maybe it's the name of all three of you or four of you put together, okay? Just give a fancy name if you want, okay? If you give something like that, see, in business, you have to make it attractive, right? That's all it is. We have 15 more minutes. We'll exactly start at 10:30 because I want each team to get at least 5 minutes. Okay? So we got 15 minutes. We'll start at 10:30. Come up with your drawings. I want them to be emailed or whatever you did yesterday. Just like that. Money. Huh?
So what if it circulates into the NFT system? So can that be recycled again and again? Has to be changed for like after.
I think you both should join each of the teams. Maybe one go there, one maybe over here. That way, because you don't have enough time to now do it, right? So at least you can participate in what they're thinking, right? One half more. I only see a rectangle here, so you have to really speed up. Oh, it's okay. A lot of money goes. That's why we want to optimize it. That's only organic. 3. If it is organic fertilizer, I think the rule is that the nitrogen percentage should not be more than 8%. One, and the nitrogen should come in the ammonical form mostly. Except for there is one saltpeter, potassium nitrate, naturally available. That is considered okay for organic.
The technique of Panchagavya, like this technique, are you
What is
using? Organic fertilizer like Panchagavya, Sunapajal, Panchagavya, or
what is that in English?
yeah, English, Hindi, Sanskrit word is the Panchagavya. Five elements we are using.
things the cow produces.
Not what produce? Like
Cow
one
product.
cow dung,
Major products of
cow dung,
Cow product thing.
and soil, and
नहीं,
no
Cow
milk नहीं.
urine.
cow
Cow
dung,
urine.
dung, urine, milk.
No milk नहीं, मट्ठा कहते हैं. नहीं.
मिल्क होता है 5:4 दही
हाँ,
दूध घी
घी
गोबर और
गोबर,
यूरिन
हाँ।
ये 5:4
वजह से
3
Soil,
1
I think soil भी करते हैं.
मतलब उसमें गुड़ टेंडर कोकोनट वाटर ये मिलाते हैं
Forest soil ना, forest soil use करते हैं. और
थोड़ा
फिर
वो भी यूज करते हैं
और milk नहीं होता, I think वो use करता है.
Okay, last 2 minutes. Who is ready? Which team is ready? You're ready? Are you guys ready? Your team is ready? Not yet. How much time do you need? Approximately 5. 5. Okay, 5 is last. 5 is last. Everybody gets extra 5. Is 5 okay for you? 5 more minutes okay? Okay, we have to stop at 5. You are done, right? Come over here then. It'll take some time, write email and set it up, open it up. So pretty close. So just couple more minutes, folks. We have to stop. Whatever stage you are, we have to stop because we need to talk about it, right? Your team can come over here and start working on this. Uh, Go ahead. Keep working.
मैम एक ये वाला है इसका शायद MEBER वाला यूजर नेम यूज करिए ना एक बार MEBER स्मॉल है मैम सब MEEBER BER MEBER सर पासवर्ड इसका 16277
to go next after this batch? Who is going to go next? Who is done? Alright folks, you have to finish. We don't have time after 11. What will happen is I won't be able to review your design. That's all. So you have to close it. You have to bring it to an end. We got 15 minutes. So we lost 15 minutes already. And we seem to have some technical issues too. So. It's not opening. So, Mr. Manik, how did you do that last time? They're having trouble opening. So yeah. Okay, that's the end of it. You have to all stop now. No more scribbling drawings. Whatever you have, you can present it. So we at least have an opportunity to see every design. All right. Let's focus on the screen. So what I want you to do is have all of you do two things when you stand there. Explain your system. Whatever it is, explain different components. What are those things, different parts of that. Then the second thing what I want you to do is justify why this is the best system. Why your system is the best. Keeping those 7 criteria in mind, why is your system the best design? So justify yourself. Okay, those two things. Alright? Okay, and speak louder please so everybody can hear. Let's do that. Please.
So, my name is Vishwan Joshi, as you all know.
Even louder, even louder. You hear me? I'm speaking so loud like that. Yeah.
My name is Vishwan Joshi, as you all know. So, this is our model. The name of my model is Tub Krishi. So, in this model, we are particularly utilizing more of the waste products that we can easily found in our households. Like generally tub सबके पास available होता है घर पर, और हाँ हाँ, and even we can use paint buckets that are more durable. So for minimizing the cost we can use this appliance, and this is a down pipe which we use in our household, PVC down pipes. So the dia of this pipe is around 30 centimeter and height is approx 6.7 feet. In this pipe we have cut out multiple sections. So in this pipe we can use soilless substrates, as well as we can, if we don't want, अगर हम नहीं चाहते हैं तो हम soilless substrate की यूज़ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, अगर हमें कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज करना है तो उस केस में यहाँ पे हमने सेक्शंस कट किए हैं. अगर हम इसमें soilless substrates का यूज़ करते हैं, देन इन दैट केस ये जो soilless substrate है वो पूरा अराउंड यहाँ तक जो है भर जाता है. इस सेक्शन में यहाँ तक soilless substrate आ जाएंगे. एंड आफ्टर दैट वी हैव दिस थर्ड क्वालिटी ब्रिक्स फॉर फिल्टरिंग. ब्रिक्स की 3 क्वालिटी हैं, तो जो सबसे सुपीरियर होता है, फिर सेकेंड, फिर थर्ड. तो जो थर्ड क्वालिटी ब्रिक होता है उसकी पोरोसिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है, तो इट कैन बी यूज्ड इन फिल्टरिंग दैट न्यूट्रिएंट वाटर, ताकि वो दोबारा से उसमें कंटामिनेशन ना हो. सो द वाटर इन दिस टब इज क्लियर. तो यहाँ पे हमने सबस्ट्रेट फिल किया है, और आप देख सकते हैं कि वी हैव यूज्ड अ पंप, वाटर पंप फॉर सप्लाइंग वाटर. एंड actually this is not we have here we have the perforated plates on the top of it. So the pump is supplying water, and from that perforated plates the water is falling somehow like rain. एक बारिश होती है ना, जो स्प्रिंकलर्स रोज कैन होता है उससे स्प्रिंकल करते हैं जब वाटर को, तो एक ऐसा रिजेंबल करता है ये. और एंड इन दिस मीडियम वी हैव यूज्ड अजोला. अजोला एक नाइट्रोजन बायो फर्टिलाइजर है. सो पर्टिकुलरली हाउस होल्ड में ये ट्रेंड है कि वी ग्रो ऑर्गेनिकली. we tend to minimize the use of chemical fertilizers. So I have used azola here, which is very easily available in ponds. So it is a kind of nitrogen biofertilizer and increases the crop yield. We can also use oil cake solutions like groundnut oil cake, और जितने भी अलग अलग ऑयल केक्स होते हैं, नीम ऑयल केक को यूज़ करके उसका एक सॉल्यूशन प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. तो उस सॉल्यूशन को भी इसमें ऐड किया जा सकता है. और अगर आप यहाँ पर देख पा रहे हैं, ये हाँ थर्ड क्वालिटी ब्रिक्स वाला मैंने समझाया था, तो उससे फिल्टर होके पानी आ जाएगा. और रही बात क्रॉप्स की, तो क्रॉप्स में हम समर में इसमें मिंट, अमेरैंथ, कोरिएंडर, टमाटो ये सब ग्रो कर सकते हैं. विंटर में लीक, लेटस, स्पिनच, कैरेट्स, बीटरूट्स, मेथी. और रेनी सीजन में रेडिश, कैरेट, एमेरैंथस और टमाटो, ये हम रेनी सीजन में ग्रो कर सकते हैं. हार्श क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस की बात करें तो हमने बेसिकली इस मॉडल को इस बेस पर तैयार किया है कि हम इसको टेरेस पे रखेंगे. मेरा ये मानना है कि घर के अंदर रखना इज़ फीजिबल फॉर सम पीपल, बट जनरली हम टेरेस पर ग्रो करते हैं. हमारे पास एक टेरेस होती है, और या फिर अगर किसी का फ्लैट है तो बालकनी अवेलेबल होती है. लिविंग रूम में कोई पेड़ लगा के रख दे तो दैट इज़ अ लिटिल टफ. तो ये हमारा मॉडल है इस प्रकार से कि टेरेस पे या फिर बालकनी में हम इसको रखेंगे. तो बालकनी में हमारे पास हार्श क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस ऐसी हो सकती हैं कि कभी आंधी आती है, तो उस केस में हमारा प्लांट कैसे बचेगा. तो ये जो वर्टिकल पाइप्स हैं, एक्चुअली इनके बीच में एक स्पेस है. सो प्लांट्स गिरते हैं या फिर कोई स्ट्रक्चर गिरता है क्योंकि प्रेशर चेंज आता है. लो प्रेशर होता है तो नीचे हाई प्रेशर की वजह से वो फ्लिप हो जाता है, ऐसा कुछ होता है. तो यहाँ पे प्रेशर का कोई इशू नहीं है, स्टर्डी है. और ये टब्स को हम इजीली मूव कर सकते हैं कहीं पे भी. हम अगर कोई बहुत हार्श क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस हैं, आंधी आ रही है, तूफान आ रहा है, बहुत पानी आ रहा है, तो हम इसको ईजिली रिलोकेट कर सकते हैं, कहीं पे रख सकते हैं. सो this is our model, and here we will cover this tub with polythene. So
I have a question. So you said soilless substrate.
Yes, well.
So why is the soilless substrate? You're showing a line there, something for soilless substrate. You said soilless substrate would occupy up to, will it be occupying entire length of the column?
No, sir.
Uh-huh.
It will occupy only the space till water level,
Okay.
and after that there will be third quality bricks.
So why are you using soilless substrate? Are you growing plants in there?
Yes, sir.
No.
Uh,
Actually, sir, मैं math
Soil, sir, this is the hollow pipe.
Yes,
ये एक hollow
yes,
pipe.
and then I see holes and your plants
Yes.
are growing there.
Yes, sir.
I understand that.
Inside the pipe there will be soilless substrate in which we will insert the seedling or
Oh, I see that. So there is soilless substrate, the entire column.
This vertical column is completely filled with soilless substrate.
Okay.
And even if someone cannot afford soilless substrate, he or she can use soil in that as well. There is no issue in that. हाँ, कोको पीट और इवन सॉइल भी यूज कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कोई कंस्ट्रेंट नहीं है.
Okay.
अगर बहुत कॉस्ट मिनिमाइज करनी है, अब नहीं चाहते कि हम रिस्क लें और कोई भी पैसा ज़्यादा इन्वेस्ट करें, प्रैक्टिकल बेसिस पर हम उसमें सॉइल भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं. और ये मैंने प्रैक्टिकली किया है, तो इसलिए मैं कॉन्फिडेंटली इस बात को कह सकता हूँ. हाँ, वो हम इसमें इजीली यूज़ कर सकते हैं. और वी विल कवर दिस एंटायर टब विद पॉलीथीन टू अवॉइड एनी काइंड ऑफ कंटामिनेशन और टू प्रोटेक्ट किड्स फ्रॉम दोज.
So now tell us in very few words, why is this the best system for home growers?
Sir, according to me, this is best because it is cheap. The raw materials used in this system are easily available in cheap prices. Like I have mentioned, the price, the tub is for around 700 if we want to purchase. But if we are not willing to purchase a new tub, sir suggested paint buckets that are very much sturdy and we can utilize them as well. The pipes are around maximum 200 rupees approx, and pump is also available for 500 to 600 rupees. Even 100 rupees, 500 600 rupees pump will last forever.
Okay.
So this is cheap. Easily we can reallocate this if there is any harsh climatic condition. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाने में बहुत आसानी. And the surface area of the pipe is too much because it is circular, so the production will be high as well. We can cut as many pockets we want in this pipe and we can grow vegetables from there.
Okay. So they have the design, they're saying that this is the best design. Can you, any of you suggest them some improvements for this system? Are there any you think of? Well, it's sunlight outside,
We are not using
so there is
light.
no lighting requirement there.
Sufficient sunlight in India. We have to protect our plants from sunlight.
The area will also be accessible by the kids in the places, and there will be a lot of dusty environments here around. So, is this strong enough that if kids touch it and mess with it, try to mess with it?
Yes, it is very much strong. Even a adult brick will make it very much stable. Even an adult cannot destroy it.
If the surface is not covered of the tank, then it would cause algae growth. And how will you stop that? And also you are using azola in that. It will also lead to other problems. It might also, if the water is open, it might also lead to the outbreak of mosquitoes and any other.
Water is not open. Water is covered
it's
with
covered with
polythene. Sorry to not mention. I didn't mention it here, but it is particularly covered with polythene.
Can that azolla grow if you can the azolla grow if you cover it with?
Yes, sir, some amount of infiltration.
If it is transparent, what she is saying is true. Algae will grow into that water eventually.
We can remove azola. Easy solve. We can
Yeah,
remove azola.
I think that's better deal. If
That
you,
is complementary.
Yeah.
If we don't want, we can remove it. There is no need.
yes, I think the best would be to cover it.
Yes.
Make some holes in the polystyrene, or, and then insert it, right? And so, what is the fertilizer you're using there? Organic or commercial?
We have particularly used organic fertilizers, as well as we are maintaining an NPK ratio of 3:3:3.
But what about micronutrients and other things? Where are you getting them?
Micronutrients? Add, we have, we need
So
to add micronutrients.
perhaps you have to shift to the commercial fertilizer, like a chemical fertilizer there, and cover it, because it's outside, it's not in access to kids, so it is safe too.
Yes.
The only thing I suggest is the system is heavy. It looks heavy to me.
Yes.
So one of the things that is really making it heavy is water itself, right? So you may want to put a tap outside, so you can drain the water. If you want to move it,
We are having a
you have a nozzle.
When we have to remove
remove the
water,
water
we can easily
and then
remove the
put
water
them
from
on a sort of like the whole system on a sort of like a flat wooden flat tray, and then some wheels on it,
Wheels on it,
so you
so
can
we can
push it
easily
wherever
put
you
here
want.
and there. Yes.
Okay, those are the two suggestions that came to my mind. All right, good stuff. Who wants to go next? Okay, so go ahead, please. Be quick. Thank you. Good job.
For the home growers who can utilize this technique for growing plants within their homes. So we have named it that name Pushpak Himprad Mana Kisan Sarthi. So basically this is all inspired by all of our teams, and by the blessings of our professor we have been able to achieve such a design. So in this design, what we are trying to use is that this design is kind of a pre-customized design. Here you don't need to connect any pipes or any joints to achieve something. You just need the old all tubular batteries, the inverter batteries which are available within the market, and you can find it near any kabadi wala in your region, and that only cost around 100 rupees, 150 rupees a box, that plastic box, and they won't charge you anything more over than that. The box already has the holes on top from where the water is refilled into the tall tubular battery when it is in working condition, where we'll be placing our plants. So each inverter battery will hold around 12 plants each. So we'll be utilizing this as a vertical wall system, where we'll keep two on the top and two on the bottom of the wall, and there is also a space. In the last space, the person can use it as a storage box with a key lock, so that kids cannot mess up with the media and anything if they are in the house that they have to deal with. The another advantage of this system is that this is going to utilize the deep water uh, hydroponic technology, in that the once these are filled with water, these are so heavy that even if a kid tries to push it away and tries to mess with it and tries to reach towards it, they cannot do that easily. Only an adult can change the things within this. The third and the foremost thing is also that these are all covered on the top, so that there is no light entering the water system, and only the plants are the one which are exposed to the LED lights which we have put it on the top. We are utilizing the 4 LED light system because we are not trying to depend on the sunlight, because that source is not year round guaranteed that we will receive the n amount of sunlight or not.
there might be cloudy days, there might be some days where it is raining for around various days. So we don't want our crop quality to get compromised at that point of time. So we are going upon with that. We have also prepared for a layman person, he doesn't have to connect anything rather than just a single air pump, that is the bubbler in the system, where he'll have to turn on a single switch and the bubbling will start in all the 4 buckets. And we have calculated the cost of all these materials as well. We'll cover that in the later stages. So that the plants we have chosen to go with are the lettuce and green herbs, because those are much of the nutrient rich plants. They have a cycle of 3 to 6 weeks at generally, so they can get the year long yield and production with that as well. And the LED lights we have gone is with are the general LED lights the one can take if they are low on budget, and can put some filter papers of like to select the wavelengths onto it. So they can wrap a red poly and a blue poly over these lights, so that some things get concentrated. But if that method doesn't work, they can also utilize the properly hydroponics utilized LEDs strips. Those are really cheap nowadays within India as well. So the cost will only increase to like 25-30% over the normal LEDs if they are going with that also. The another thing is that this system will give, as you all know, the year-long production. The other thing is that the fertilizer solution in the other techniques, the NFT techniques, where the water is constantly flowing, there will be much more chances if there are some leakages, the pump stops working, the whole system might get into problem. But here, the water is already inside, the roots are already inside the nutrient-rich solution, and even in those systems, we have to change water after 15, 20, 30 days. That water cannot be continuously run after that, because the EC and pH will change afterwards. So this system might look in the starting that might need more water as compared to an NFT system, but it will require almost an equal amount of water in that regard. Then what this system enables is the ease of use for anyone who is not that much well versed with the technology of growing plants, or within a hydroponic system, or they are entering into the field, because they don't have to go with anything that I have to get some PVC pipes, I have to drill some holes in such ways, I have to connect the joints, I need some plumbing work in that as well, I need a pump which has to be constantly run. And if there are dusty and dusky environments, also that constantly running water is being exposed to the air as well within the rooms on in that system, so that the dust and other particles can increase the turbidity of that water easily. But in this case, as the bubbler is connected to this through a air pump, we can always keep it outside into the fresh environment from where the air is pushed into it, so that the bubbling and oxygenation of the water keeps occurring. So this is the system that we have designed. Now I'll just quickly tell you some of the points we thought about it. Uh, it is not easy to mess with, first of all, as kids cannot easily move this and they are getting it. No tubing, no complex connections in between that. There are not any tubings or holes they have to drill in it. It's a very easy thing. Uh, Equal water consumption, or not like only 10 to 20% more water consumption as compared to that system. But instead of that, the simplicity level and the savings cost makes it as a huge benefit as well. No water pump, no pressure controls needed in this system. As in the NFT system, as sir told yesterday, there has to be a constant pressure maintained, in which the maximum pressure the water has to be flowed through the roots of the plants. If we utilize any normal pump, that we have to need some system which have to control the flow of the water. In this, there is no such requirements. Then it is a pre-customized design. It has with storage capacity, and it is a vertical spacing, so that it is not occupying a whole space in the horizontal spacing aspect. Another thing is that these battery box, they almost you can get it under 700 to 800 rupees, all of these. Then you need some LED lights. Those are the most expensive part of our build. That is around 1500 rupees. Air pump around 1500 rupees. And then if you need any fertilizer solution, and those are the added costs in that. So within a very tight budget, one can achieve a very good system of ours with a deep water hydroponic technique. Thank you so much.
Any improvements, any suggestions, any questions for this team?
Very complex. It appears to be very complex.
Well, why do you think so?
Why? What's complex about it? Like, you have already got the holes in the tubular battery. You don't have to dig any holes. You have already got the storage capacity where you can fill up the water. You have just to connect a single air pump, and you don't have to put any PVC pipes or just a flexible tubing or a pipe, cheap pipe. You have to put it into the 4 of these batteries buckets and the pump outside. The water will keep getting oxygenated. One thing we accept about our design is that as compared to other system, it is utilizing a bit more water consumption, but that is not that much that it outweighs the benefits which it is providing over the others.
Can it sustain the whole family requirements of nutrition?
Yes, yes, indeed. Even in other people's system, NFT system, how many plants one can place as per maximum, do you think, in the space they are gonna utilize it? Because each battery is getting around there are a lot of variations within the battery as well, but minimum 12 volts are there where you can put the plant. So around 18 at the maximum capacity of accommodation of plant. And these are the another beautiful thing about this system is that the holes are evenly spaced. You don't have to put anything कि इतना space करना है या इतना वो करना है. You just have to put your plant in it and get working. And for the fertilizer and other thing, we were thinking of another name, that Gyan Mahashakti, that we might prepare for the farmers and all others if they are not that much educated that what they have to add into it. So we will prepare that and we can sell it to them at a very minimal cost with sustaining the minimum profits, because yes, we have earned something within this course profile as well. So we'll definitely want some profits to keep this idea running as well.
The only thing I suggest to improve is, if people see it's a battery box, they have a stigma.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it may be an acid in there. I don't want to, eat something in which acid was used before.
Yes.
So you may want to completely erase that by simply painting it.
Yes, sir.
And creating a fancy name, your company name, that long name you gave on top of each of those battery cases, and make it look more like a hydroponic design rather than
Yes, sir.
a battery case.
So you're saying that we can do a better branding of
Just
it?
just
Yeah.
spray and paint it, make it look not like a battery case.
Yes, sir.
The other thing I'm not sure about is the weight of those cases, battery cases.
Yes, sir.
If they fall on people's legs, things like that, will it cause any safety concern? Something to think about.
Yes, sir.
We actually use a very similar system in small homes,
Yes.
but it is made with plastic, what we call small plastic totes.
Yes, sir,
Exactly
which is
like
also
this.
plastic.
Yeah, but it can be plastic too, whatever it is cheaper, battery or plastic, but the heaviness may be little bit, if the one at the top level for some reason falls down,
Yes.
and somebody's legs are on the floor and breaks something, that is something to keep.
Yes.
Okay, but otherwise it's a good system too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, razor something to stop
If they
falling
get
off.
some good budget, because we are not depending on the outside light.
Okay.
If they start getting some good about and they've got some good budget, they can make a glass covering outside,
Okay.
a tempered glass or any covering, even that can be a aluminium one.
Okay.
In any case there is earthquake or something or some natural calamity, this will all happen inside, nothing will come out as such.
Okay.
Only the water, that one has to deal with.
All right. Hold on, folks. The questions later on, because we don't have time. We have two more teams,
Yeah.
right? So we only have 20 minutes left. And Dr. Ashutosh ji is here and is looking at when we can finish. So give us.
Yes.
Well, two is too much, so we'll wait for one is okay.
First question is, it is the food grade, food grade material. Second year, how to maintain the temperature in summer? We are using LED light. How to maintain the temperature?
Sir, in summers, if one see, as this system is not the one system which you have to allocate a separate room or something. You can do this in your bedroom in a corner as well. So if you have got air conditioning, that's best option. Best thing you can do. If you live on coolers and other thing as well, because even if a human has to survive in the home, nowadays the summer in India, they need something to survive, even a single fan. Without that, that is not easy to stay inside in the peak summers. So at that time, this system can be naturally cooled through those ventilation systems, and if they have got air conditioning, that is the best solution out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good answer. Good system. All right. Who's next?
Thank you, sir.
Done by 11:30. You can't share your ideas. Udit, why don't you email you right away? So
Yes,
don't
sir.
You can use pen drive vendor. Please. You see the photo.
all right, here is system number 3. Why don't you make it bigger? Okay, there you go. Again, focus on describing your system and justify why it is going to be the best system.
So basically, it is an Engeru CFT system, and it is a basic model, and we can add or decrease the slabs as per our requirement, or we are considering an average household with about a 2.5 BHK home. So we can use that half room for this hydroponic system. It can sustain the food needs of the family also, and if required, they can sell it to the community also, so that it can be a useful for everyone around them also. So basically, for the nutrition aspect, we have taken 4 crops. One is spinach, which is purple and green spinach. Another is amaranth. Then we have taken aloe vera also, and one is bell pepper also. In the basic in this tray, we have a basic and a tank along with the different layers of the trays. In these trays, we are planting only the greens, especially the spinach and amaranth one. In this one, we are using another structure in which we are using it for bell pepper and tomato, so that they can also use it for their normal consumption. On the sides, we have space left, so we have used separate hanging bucket type structure for the aloe vera one, so that aloe vera requires a very less amount of water, and it does not need that. It can be grown as a money plant also, like in a bottle. So we can simply, if in the rest system, the water is recirculating from these two tubings across the whole structure. And in the aloe vera one, there is a little cap at the bottom of the pot, so we can use a normal mug to remove the water, and we can change the water at the as and when required, based on the appearance of the plants. So we basically have this window on the side, and we are assuming that we have similar fluorescent lights in the house on the ceilings. Along with that, we have used for the light requirements, we have used a focus light at the bottom and a mirror in the space between them. We assume that these are around 6 feet by 10 feet height. So we are giving them approximately 1 feet for these greens, and approx 2 feet for these 3 feet for these tall plants, tomato and bell pepper. So when we use a focus light, basically a LED, that light will focus on this mirror, and this will irradiate the whole room, scatter the light. Along with that, for this scattering process to work, if we have natural light and we have the normal ceiling lamps, we can, if that compensates the light requirement, we don't need to switch on this focus light. If we are not getting the appropriate light quantity, then we simply cover this with the curtains that we normally have at our homes, and we create a dark room, like a environment, and then we on this focus light, so that this scattering can be properly achieved. So as per the cost and the money budgeting of the family, we can decrease or increase the slabs. We can also use a home business or a shop like if required. So it is since this pump is closed, tank is closed, so we won't be having any issues regarding these algae or any mosquitoes one, and it is a safe structure in compare for the children, and there is no direct electricity involved in the majority of these structures, so it is safe for the children, and if there is a pet also, it won't be able to damage those structures. Second thing is window का तो हो गया, And also, since normally we have a spare almirah, a plastic almirah for the children to for their normal stuffs when they are kids, especially for the infants, we usually have a almirah. It is in gift, a natural gift for them. So we can use that almirah. It has plastic slabs, it's connected by rods, and we can holes in that, and as per our requirement of the plants we want to grow, so we can modify it as per the requirement of the home as well as the requirement of the community. So huh? Also we have also researched that on internet, that the normal NPK ratio for these two both tomato and these greens would be around 3:1:4 NPK ratio. Also there are certain formulations available in the market for the nitro NPK micronutrients along with the micronutrients one.
Okay.
So we
I see. Any questions for this? Okay, they have a bunch of questions. So
yes, sir.
looks like they're ready for you. Okay, go ahead.
It is basically a CFT structure, so we are using the space horizontally and vertically both.
Okay, go ahead.
How can you explain this system to a common man with a very limited budget and who has not that much knowledge of this system at any intrinsic
For
knowledge?
basically,
No, let me complete. And how will you ready him to pay for this system over the other cheaper technique that we have discussed?
okay. So he was asking the question that how can we make this structure for the common man. First of all, if it is a household, we have a earning male member or a female member. So we assume that it is a he or she is a employed one. So we can suggest this structure for that. So the basic we are using the basic science only for the light one. Otherwise, it is a basic. We are using a water tank and a pump, and similarly.
Who know the scientific knowledge, I accept that, I agree with that. As a common person who you are granting a food security over with this thing, how will you ready him to pay out for this, that this will work 100% for you? Like in common terms, if you can explain that in 1 minute, that what is this?
Simply instead of that, also in the normal homes we usually have small pots or small trays when we cultivate these vegetables or microgreens in a pot. Also in the soil we are giving them a hydroponic system, that's it.
Okay. Any questions from other teams? I have one suggestion, but I'll wait. Any questions from other teams? Any questions?
Ma'am, we generally researched it from the net, the general NPK composition for these leafy vegetables and tomato. Yes, sir. Sir, there is some company which is giving this NPK ratio, but it is quite expensive. So we can also develop this formulation if possible.
Okay. So with the interest of time, I just want to provide one suggestion to the system. I do not believe that you have sufficient light there. If it is a 6 feet tall system, especially on the other side, you have bell peppers, which require a lot more light. I don't understand why you want to put a mirror. You can actually put that light at the top and you get much more light. The mirror is only going to reduce the light. So light goes and hits the mirror. The right at that point when it hits the mirror, the intensity goes down and further light is dispersed, which is further going to lower the light. I suspect that you may not even get 40-50 micromoles. So I think you may have to redesign the lighting here. Okay, I see that you have reduced the cost by using almirahs, using existing stuff. You're not adding on anything extra there, but I think your major concern is the lighting. So you may want to redesign something with the lighting. And when you add lights at each level, LED lights, then it goes up in cost. Okay, that's what I just wanted to mention. But rethink about it. Okay. All right. We have two more teams, folks. I want you to just give both of them opportunity. Thank you very much. Let's do it little faster. Okay.
इसकी cost कितनी आएगी? इसकी cost कितनी आएगी?
Depending upon the availability of the material.
तुमने कितनी लगाई है वो तो बताओ.
हमने costing generalize कर
Yeah, they haven't done the casting. They wanted more time on that one. So did your team? Are you ready? Oh, you are next, right? So are you going to put it on a USB? How are you going to do it? If you can put it on a USB drive, it's very easy like that. Okay. Do you need a USB drive? Do you have a laptop? we I think you both should discuss during the tea break, okay? And let her, digest all the questions, and she'll come back and she'll answer all your answers. But give her some time. Discuss during the tea break. All right, folks, go ahead and explain. We may have to do yours probably during the tea break, because they are going to start the program exactly at 11:30. So there is a function, right? So unfortunately, we have to do maybe at the tea break. But I do want to do yours too. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that, and that's why I was kind of pushing you. Be faster, right? Okay, let's go ahead, folks. Let's see if they can finish quickly. You can do that. That's good.
I will try my best.
All right.
This is the room of 10 by 10 feet. I have taken the full room to do the hydroponics. So this is the structure. We have tried to make the structure like this. The reason is that we want the light to be used very less, number of light to be used very less, because if we hang the lights like this, then it will minimize the number of lights. So that was the reason that we have decided to do this structure. Otherwise, and the height is 10 feet for this structure. The room will be 10 by 10 by 10. 10 like 10 this, 10 this, and the dimension is like that 3 feet. It will take this. This is the structure. This is the structure. The below length, length is this 3.5 feet. Okay, and the 1 feet is the gap to go around. And so basically, it is a NFT come constant flow system. The things we used in this figure is that. So this is the basic structure of one single unit. There are 4 units in the one room. This is one single structure of one unit. In this unit, these are the bamboo sort of thing we used. The not the adult one, not the younger one, the middle one, the mature one. Because there is a. Have you seen the bamboo? The bamboo is like this, and there are some stripes there. So what the stripes will do? They will hold the water there for some time. Because the reason I'm using this, because it will not be a complete NFT system. Because in NFT we have to continuously flow the water, then it will increase the usage of electricity. So we have done this. And what is the main system is that there will be a reservoir in there. In one of the section there is a reservoir. The water will come from these. For the time being, the water is being absorbed, and then it will come down, and their pipes are there. Okay, the zigzag movement will be there. The water will come into this, and what will we do? There we will put a motor and a sensor here. What is the work of sensor?
And
One
folks,
single sensor.
please come.
One single sensor for this whole reservoir. Reason is that there is water, the fertigated water. It will go up by using the motor, and it will get into a upper reservoir. There is a reservoir above the terrace. You can put it inside, but we need a stand. The more costing will be there. We have put in the terrace, and there is a small pipe which is coming down, and it is just connected to this bamboo. So the reserve is a water. It will slowly move. It depends upon the flow of rate what you have decided, what you want to grow. We have not decided anything right now. So the water will come down, and the movement of water is not working for a whole hour, for whole day. It will work for only 20 minutes. The water will go there, 200 liter, whatever the capacity you want to keep with that. 200 liter of water, it will come down slowly, it will connect, and the sensor will notice when the water touches the sensor, then it will start a motor, and then the whole water get मतलब continuous मतलब एक साथ वो सारा ऊपर जाएगा अपन, ठीक है? That was the idea basic, and the structure, as you know, it is like a structure in which you have seen मतलब vertical मतलब A-frame structure. More crops we generally decided leafy greens. The area that this is the whole structure 7 feet I think, and the area is 1.4 feet, and we will use about the what is the thing that if the same structure is done in a vertical system, then it will use 5 LEDs 1 2 3 4 5.
Yeah, provide LED at each level, but at
2 or 3 LED will be enough. The production might be little low, but it will reduce the costing. As you know that it is very costly LED. हाँ दूसरा इधर है ना. That was the basic layout for the design. 7 feet is this, 1 feet is left for the terrace. We can't go up to the 1 feet area, so we have decided 7 feet and 2 feet here. And we will try to make the whatever the container is there. We will try to make it here or here or wherever the location you want. One container only, 200 liter, 250 liter, anything you want. And fertigation will Sir will tell about fertigation.
Fertigation will customize or will you use 90-90-90 that much only. And to make it more sustainable, we'll be using solar lights so that that will meet the requirement of household as well as this system also.
And we can use a half HP motor also, which costs around 5k rupees, or you can find it in the garbage shop or whatever where you would like. One motor only, yeah, not the 4 motor like the same system. And you can use a simple solar panel also. The battery will be there. The same can be provided by the replica also, or that's it, sir.
Okay. Any quick question? We just got 1 minute.
It is the NFT system, right?
No, sir. It is a NFT come flow system.
और वाइट ठीक है
हाँ.
आपने उसमें क्या ऐड किया कोई कप ऐड किया आपने रिक्वायरमेंट थी ऐसे
Let's we can use the rock pool or whatever you prefer. Rock pool. We can prefer rock pool.
We can customize that. We can make cups from these plastic. We have lot of plastic.
फिर आप बना उसमें फिर आपको हेडर बनाओ प्लांट को रोकने के लिए क्या चीज़
Media use
कौन सा
No, media. We are not using the media. No, in the bamboo there are sections, I think. So the water will hold for some time. It will be there. That's why I said just
जो क्या है जो उसके रूट्स होती हैं वो फ्लावर
मट. अब वो तो रूट तो it depends on the रूप की फाइबर कर सकते हैं.
All right. Any other questions for this team?
Actually, my one question is that you are using the entire room. So, by using this triangular one, won't you be wasting the space?
No, it is not. We are placing not like in center. We are placing these as units.
These are 4 units. You can only put one also
ये ऐसे नहीं है ना.
if you don't want.
अगर हमको ऐसे वो यूनिट रखनी है तो हम वहाँ पे रखेंगे. थोड़ा सा स्पेस वॉक के लिए छोड़ेंगे. फिर थोड़ा सा स्पेस तो दूसरी यूनिट.
This is
फिर तीसरी. सेंटर पे नहीं रख रहे हैं.
तो
ट्रायंगुलर ऐसे नहीं है. वो ऐसे है.
no. It seems it is a top down view. It is a top down view. It is a structure.
बेसिकली एक फ्रेम सिस्टम है
So this is called a pyramid system.
Pyramid sort of.
And the advantage of pyramid system is they can go reduce the number of lights on top because it's like this. There is no mutual shading happening from the plants at the top won't shade the plants at the bottom here. So they can have some lights at the top, and so the light can be distributed. Yeah, such systems are there in commercial. The only suggestion I would do is, I think your irrigation is a little bit complicated. I would simply put a tank below each of the pyramid and just spray water or something like that. Okay?
In the space that we have, we can put that.
Yeah, something like that. Because you put a lot of water at the top, it can be heavy. You know, I know you're using gravity, but you also have a pump anyway. So maybe bottom up is good. But the advantage of this is uses space very well, less number of lights. They are not wasting space. The entire space is used. It's just they're also using the vertical space. Okay. So we'll stop here because Dr. Ashok Singh is here for the program. We still have one team, but we'll do it after during the tea period or something. There's one last team that still haven't shared their thoughts. We have some. If you give us maybe 10 more minutes, we'll be done for it. We can do that.
Because you have to catch the flight. The flight is scheduled on time.
Oh, okay. It's not cancelled.
So it is not about the participants. I'm more worried about you.
Sure. I will make sure. I have to get back. Why don't you come out, folks? Let's finish it. All right, good work.
In case of NFT system, the root of
Email.
letters, I think we are using letters. How to reduce the
They grow outside. They grow in the channel. Right. They will block water too. Yes. time. So
Any suggestions, sir? How to control the growth of roots?
you don't want to control the growth of the roots.
We get temporary.
You should only increase the flow rate. That's all. If you see that, the flow rate is something you have to continuously be measuring. If you're not getting 1 liter outside per minute, then you may have to increase. That's the only thing you can do.
Okay.
आइए
Sir, how much time we are attributing to this group? 5 minutes?
5 to 7, that's it. They'll be done. Okay.
इसमें नहीं है डाउनलोड्स में देख लो सर
Okay, why don't you use this one? It looks like you've saved it that way. Why don't you use it the same way? So आशुतोष जी हम तो फंक्शन तो शुरू करते उसके बाद हमें 5-10 मिनट आफ्टर फंक्शन दे दीजिए वो खत्म करेंगे. We want to give them an opportunity to also share, but we also know that we are cutting into the time. उसके बाद why don't you take some time off? We'll do the tea time, okay? We'll have 15 minutes for the tea time, and we don't have to rush you because we want to hear your thoughts also, okay? All right.
हो गया रिकॉर्डिंग पूरी हो गई ठीक है. तो ऑलरेडी सुना है वो आप उसमें डाल दो, लिस्ट में डाल दो.